exactly who wins it, right? But there will be no tiebreakers that we look at for today, at least, as we see groups A and C take each other on. We've got PE Sports from Vietnam, Birinam AG, the final week, the first day of the final week. Let's see exactly who rips away that beautiful Bissa.
Yeah, I mean, we are seeing them dropping
tower and blessed by that final circle as well that keeps looking for them, and it's one of the best defensive spots that you can take good advantage of because of some of those vantage points, even the lower tunnels, which kind of allows any teams that impregnates the area to go in there and kind of stay clear of those early engagements. So I really like what PE Sports is thinking about here at Bermuda. But in terms of heavy, this could just be a good start up against a team Vamos that has been struggling.
Yeah, I mean, Team Vamos right now has been dropping into peak, and rather, Heavy has been dropping into peak, and now they jump in onto Cape Town together with Vamos, and now putting a lot of pressure. Mikasa on a 1v1 against Stan. Even June is backing off, not really risking it all because they know that they're not performing well. There goes the first blood. Mikasa going down.
Yeah, you said Mikasa. Kabi said Mikasa is Sukasa. You know, your home's my home. He stepped on it there. He walked away with that point. 12 team still standing. Vamos not looking too great though. Hans with the Trogon in hand. Just need to wrap around. And by the time he gets there, Get Nice from afar already gets the hit. Katizi with the AC-80 from across the battlefield will not be able to get that connection on that shot just yet. But with the Thompson in hand, perhaps he can get a nice shot. No, it is Get Nice with the XM8 instead, and Vamos bleeding heavily at the get-go.
And there you go. Speaking of get-go, we are seeing one already going. It's Legal off the
yeah. Oh, Arrow 4-4 on the logic right there. Unfortunately for Aim God, even if he does have godly aim sometimes. A team that gets hurt instantaneously. Cyrus down on the ground. Krillin, can he circle around? Grenade launcher in hand. Drops Rav as he tries to circle around to punish the rest of his team members. 18D really low on that HP though, but he does manage to get the knock onto Allen. Krillin surviving for the time being. Raz right behind the glue wall. One more pop needed and Raz goes down. Great play from Krillin.
Krillin, definitely a good player indeed, has been an MVP most of the time for WAG, but a lot of pressure coming in from behind, with Krillin almost going down on HP. They need to get themselves up, but Clock Tower, we have a BTR right now, still no one surrounding them, and Star Knights right now has already...
Teams are looking for the top 12, both currently not in their PE spots, a little bit closer. So if Star Knights can take them down right here, right now, it will be a great boon for them. LBT makes that great crossover. 2 glue walls used up, and Star Knights do not make that missile look for the next circle fest. So smart play from the Indonesian squad.
And attack around right now, going in against Evo's Divine, and instantaneously G'day has been revived after being eliminated. But they are playing outside of the...
And speaking of shockers, Birinam United, from not really being the most aggressive team out there, still with that #1 spot, exceeding 1,000 points on the overall leaderboard. As usual, the masters of free fire for sure. Attack all around on the other hand. Well, fine, not 1, not 2, but all 4 players
against attack all around, and that's where attack all around just took advantage. But with Divine to take down against Get Nice. No nicety happening from Twisted Mind.
But here comes Heavy for that instant revenge. And Exposi nowhere close enough to back up his team member. Birinam, on the other hand, have already managed to get into this next safe zone. Okay, at least get away from the blue. But do they want to gain?
See who's getting away from who, as we are looking at AG Global. It is Stop already eliminated from this game. Now they are face-to-face against Evo's Divine, Ray, and Saifa. With that, and Trogon right now, but no one is being hit, even with jump shots. So let's see how it will work on the other side. Here comes the rest of Evo's Divine coming back, and there goes Ray going down from the hands of Dew.
Yeah, beautiful play from Dew from the back. R98 will be able to find it. Abe and Dew, a sliver of health now. M82B in hand, has got the Car 98 as well, but not enough players to back him up, and things a little bit more chaotic. Attack all around on the other hand, meeting their brothers from Thailand. Nameless, Diamond both down on the ground. Exposi, can he survive this one? Attack all around. They're actually rushing straight towards him. Exposi in a lot of trouble.
In trouble indeed. Nowhere to go in front of them is also Birinam United. So hopefully this is a chance for Twisted Mind to get away if Birinam United chooses. But no, 2 more teams in this phase of the circle. But BE Sports right now trying to hit it against Star Knights. Let's see if they will be put in a Star Knight, Star Bright gameplay, and BE Sports eliminated. Star Knight win.
Yeah, beautiful grenade coming through there for the finisher. Exposi finally goes down as well as Cougar finds him. The Star Knights looks like they are the ones to make this miracle run, at least for Bermuda. But Bigatron Delta, can they stop their Indonesian brothers? Good solid grenade coming on through. And the glue wall melters as well just to break down those defenses. Koja alongside Kyong. They both go on the right-hand side flying. 18 Dia and Raz both down on the ground. Koja beats up yet another. And Bigatron Delta, just like that, absolutely wiped the ground with Star Knights.
Easy, as Bigatron Delta used to say for Falcons, they're doing it against Star Knight as well. Now 5 teams remaining, and Koja brings down Get Nice as well as then, and we are left with Birinam United, who's in front of them. Will the Giant Slayers slay these Giants?
Goodness me, Krillin, outside the circle, WAG perishes as well. Birinam in a pickle now. Attack all around, and Bigatron Delta both aiming for the exact same kings. Moshi hanging behind, but this is a terrible idea as Bigatron Delta finds his back as well, and all of those glue wall melters will miss their marks as Moshi quickly runs away from them. Bigatron not allowing them to miss this one though. Moshi will be shot down by Jump God, who jumps over that glue wall. Jump God looking for yet another, makes it full rotation round and shuts down Jonah as well. Birinam United, this is the end of the road for them at Bermuda.
And there you go, BTR just feeding off all the chaos that's happening, and attack all around is receiving him. Jump God has been taken down, and it is from the hands of Get High before being eliminated in 4th. BTR right now, 3 or 4 man strong, going against Evo's Divine as well. Attack all around, and their target would be Evo's Divine, or rather attack all around, and Evo's Divine is just hanging back.
Yeah, now 2 Indonesians in the final circle for this final battle. Evo's Divine up against Bigatron, and Nems finds Aim God first. But the pickup isn't going to be too difficult. Ray from afar, M82B, can he find a connection? Yes, he can! But it was Abex as well, putting in the work. One good grenade should be able to shut down the player from the side of Evo's Divine. Aim got out, Abex down on the floor. Bigatron Delta looks like they might just be able to pull this off, Neptune.
Yeah, BTR right now in the 4, B2, and Ray will be the only one remaining. Let's see if Ray will be able to put in a little bit of ray of sunlight in here, but there's a very little move to play. Ray right now trying to get away. Chrono will be put out, and there goes Big. Yeah, I mean, they are tested. I guess for BE Sports, that is the case. They're neither heaven or hell, only 9 points away from Onyx Olympus. It is Twisted Mind as well as Vamos, and most of the time, Vamos are the ones failing to survive in that area.
It seems to be a little bit of a
possibility of early engagement from attack Team Heavy, which is not looking good for the Vietnamese team.
Attack all around. This is the rematch with Heavy, and off screen he was Divine finding 18 Dia from Star Knights. That's a quick exit that 18 Dia makes. That's the first play. It was more of a scouting maneuver just to make sure they don't get attacked. But AG Global, can they get away from Katiji? And Squad Vamos will claim the first life from AG.
They will not be risking too much, but on the other side, Aim God right now going in once again. A little too aggressive, but Maloga gameplay coming from him.
It lights up. It ignites a strong flame in the hearts of their opponents that they do tease. And I'm hoping for that to, take. And it looks like Atizi is absolutely done with the poor performance of his squad. He's taking things into his own hands.
Yeah, I mean, he's being aggressive, and probably the 0 points that they grab from that map number 1 explains it. Hopefully they can carry over, and AG Global.
Hey, hello. They are going in for the chase up against Cypher. They do not know what kind of doom awaits them in Bigatron Delta. They choose this to be that opportune moment to strike. They move on in. They sweep in, but they have found absolutely no one just yet. From up top on the roof, and now Wamos trapped down below. Here comes the opener. Koja tagged up, but Nems backs him up as well. Mikasa will find one. Nems still sticking up, and he is alive and kicking. Dix will be able to spray down Jun, but it's just all-out chaos as Bigatron Delta wipes the floor with Team Wamos.
And that is where aggression is not going into play, especially with Vamos right now. They could have let that go, but Legolas will not be letting that go with only a few HP. And once again, still managed to be blocked by the glue wall. Unfortunate Raz will be beat by the rest of the team. But not only is Onyx Olympus going for the takedown against Star Knight, they will be needing Bigatron Delta as well, because both of them are in the middle one to get them to move in before they fire back, as Bigatron Delta will be in the middle of everyone else. AG Global high ground advantage. This is where they grab a lot of booyah from last week.
Nice
Evo's
one.
Divine already flying in, and Onyx Olympus will be spotted. The moment Evo's Divine moves in, Onyx Olympus backs away. Smart move indeed. I guess I'm seeing now the picture, but they have attracted Birinam United in this area.
Absolutely. Onyx Olympus moving out. Birinam meeting them halfway. Wasana has got the Woodpecker in hand. Can he find the connection though? Trogon as well in his hands. Wasana has got one grenade to play around with. Jack, no grenades eaten up just yet, and Wasana just playing with fire at this point of time. Sees one player, pops out that grenade, but Jack will be able to get that backstep onto it, but no knocks coming on through. Moshi finds the connection onto Jack. That's a surprise hit out of nowhere, and now barricaded in. Onyx Olympus in a lot of trouble up against Birinam.
Birinam United right now, though, despite Jonah being taken down, they're still in advantage and slowly putting a lot of pressure in this game against Onyx Olympus. Now the pressure is on them as they have to meet with the blue plus Evo's Divine and AG Global. Though we still have 7 teams remaining, the circle is growing so very, very small right now as Gary tries to survive, but Moshi's just waiting for them.
His revival onto the Captain Jonah could just be impossible. Ray with the AC-80 hit from afar. Get high, bleeding out. Can they recover this one? As Onyx Olympus makes the exit. Get high. It's gonna get picked. Is he? No, he doesn't.
Oh, I mean, and no time for a pickup for Get High. That brings them to only 2 players, but do manage to take down Moshi, and only 1 remains from outside. A revival has been done, if I'm not mistaken, but AG Global is going against, or Evo's Divine going against AG Global. On the other side, battle is also happening, but AG Global, this side, is going down.
Well, Gade has got something to say to Koja from the side of Bigatron. We're still alive, you're not. But he's on the ground bleeding out, so maybe he can't say that just yet. Gets picked right back up. He was Divine, the first team inside the circle, and Heavy drops by to say hello. They respond, but a beautiful Riptide Rhythm will take down their defense as Weetan manages to get away, and Ray, beautiful ice. He will try to melt down the walls first, and WAG off-screen gets taken out of the equation, and a good circle around by Evo's Divine. But unfortunately for the team of Heavy, they are absolutely outnumbered.
Outnumbered and outplayed. Wasana the only one remaining. G'day still going down, but the rest of the teams will be targeting them. And I love to see Evo's Divine grab Booyah right now. I want to hear the response, but Wasana is not giving it up that easily. AVAX right now going for the rush with that AWM in hand, a little bit too close, and G'day finally finish up Alpine. Let's see who's going to grab the Booyah, though this is Birinam United's map. A lot of teams might be able to challenge as they are unsure, especially with how it's working out. But one thing's for sure, for the Galaxy S24 Ultra of Samsung, it has given great gameplay as mentioned earlier by G'day of Evo's Divine.
I'm just so jealous, man. I'm seeing all of these players have so much of fun on that phone. My budget's just not in yet to get myself one, but I'm pretty sure. And potentially that's going to be the second spot where they do rotate into. So very early scouting coming on through. But Vamos finding 2 players off of Stan.
He might be falling into the area where Birinam United is. Team Vamos right now in the lead in terms of elimination, trying to run away, but gets in for the hit. June right now for the takedown before going down.
And Pius bleeding out on the ground. 18 Deer back in it already, so that's going to be a little bit of a lifeline here.
Only save up a few of those coins just in case a few more of their players or one survives and a comeback will be possible. But they're leading the fray right now. Only 1 remains for Star Knights, who they challenge, and Birinam United will not be seeing anyone, but the Arvan scan sees one of the players from Vamos, and this will be the hunt of Birinam United. Hopefully Cathizi will survive or probably can lead them away while the rest of the teams loot up as well as
from the rest of his team members. And he's going to be the sacrificial lamb. Wasana missing the first 2 but not the third. Beautiful headshot. Single bullet connection.
Vamos will play this one out, but Heavy will be hunted by Evo's Divine. Aim God for the rush. Rebel rush, but managed to get away, and the turnaround almost brings him down. He is now in trouble.
Ray out already. Heavy with a beautiful counter attack here up against Evo's Divine, and I believe they're going to get super aggressive. Aim got caught out.
Let's see if they can bring back the teammates before they get down. And there goes Aimbad, and the rest of Evo's Divine being recovered. It's nice. It's just getting information, missing that opportunity on a hit against G'day, but will turn around, give the information to Kabi, and cut his approach.
Yes, smart play by Kabi here. He's flanking from the left-hand side, so he'll be able to meet G'day halfway through. And A-Back just flying straight at Get Nice, and he will not be able to get away. That Trogon puts him down on the ground. And Kabi, like we spoke about earlier, does manage to cut off the rotation of G'day. Very, very smart play. Very strategic from Heavy, and they claim decent points. But WAG, on the other hand, they flunk out a little bit too early.
Yeah, we were praising them earlier. We were asking why they are slowing down.
And Wang An a little bit too far away from the rest of his team members. Bigatron Delta joining the fray as well. Okay, bye-bye, Katizi. That's the first thing. Exposy is seeing all of this, and he's like, nope, I am not staying by to check out what's going to happen here. Katizi stuck between a rock and a hard place. Two Indonesian squads both aiming for him. He's got a one blue wall to play around with, but no defenses whatsoever. Dix will be able to get the knock, claims his life as well. And now that sets up a fight between Bigatron to Nero. Knocks him down onto the ground. No pickup just yet, and he will get the finisher as well. Birinam going in for the wipeout.
And as you can see, Get High right now, getting high, and Don't Cry will be crying at this moment, and PE Sports will need to get away. M79 plus the grenade follow-up, that is something that we rarely see, but is being done well by Birinam United. Now let's see if that will happen from Heavy and AG Global. This is not the first time that they've seen or meet each other in this day, but switching over to the other side, a tackle around, elimination leader, but only Cougar remains, or inclusion of limit against Twisted Mind, slamming those down. And, well, in the background, PE Sports also eliminated.
3 games in a row, PE has absolutely bombed on us. Unfortunately, there's no miracle play for them just yet. 3 more games to go, but I don't know if that's too much to ask. But Heavy doing God's work off screen. AG Global, 3rd player down. I need to see that fight.
Heavy right
down
now,
as well.
really showing up. They really want to catch up. PE Sports not working well, and they eliminated AG Global. I know it's not on the screen, but this is the excitement that Heavy has brought in this competition.
Holy mama, it was Heavy shutting down AG Global, one of the most lethal teams out there on the battlefield in a fair 4v4 fight. I mean, if you don't find that impressive, I don't know what is in the world of Free Fire. G'day and A-Bax backing each other up. They've got the fences around to play with. But Wasana looking for one. Moshi, beautiful connection. And Jonah does get that follow-up with a headshot as well. Ingod manages to back away. He's got a solid defense to play around with. G'day right in front. Wasana has got no grenades to bomb them out with. So this is going to be an impossibility for him. He needs to go in for the approach. But Get High does serve it up with those nades. They tag them up for a little bit, but not getting super aggressive, as they know that could lead them into trouble with attack all around behind.
And God uses that power as his cover, but will not be able to survive a little bit longer. Here comes the rest of the team. Wasana right now rushes in onto the flank and going in around that airdrop. And God, G'day already down on the ground. Only one remains. Ray with a sliver of health and will be taken down. But United, the full squad still alive. 13 elimination, and they are mowing everyone down.
13 eliminations. You've got 7 more lives to rip away out there on the battlefield. Birinam, do you take them all? Vamos still alive. That's a little bit of a surprise. Mikacha down at the bottom. Legalot right on top. And when the circle starts to move, Legalot will break his ankles for sure as he's trying to get off. Onyx Olympus still surviving, and this is the team currently on that 12th spot. So even placement points alone will do them a lot of favors. So surviving up to this point is already a great deal here for Onyx Olympus.
Yeah, Onyx Olympus, I mean, we might have been taken out the spotlight from them, but from the previous season, they were also on the red zone, managed to get in top 12, and even put themselves into the highlights. So let's see how will they work against Birinam United, because come grand finals, this is a team that will be a threat for them. Jet right now in front, and the rest of the teams going in. Grenade eyes, grenades being thrown, and they just switch aside. Birinam United will be left Kiba will be stuck in there trying to heal up, but it is a good distraction as Jack makes work on them on the low ground.
Birinam trying to get for that right-hand side flank, and now look at all of those blue wall melters. So well concentrated by Onyx Olympus. I can't even believe we are actually looking at Onyx play here. It looks so much better, as if RRQ is out there on the battlefield. Zyru, but Kiba does get tagged up from the back, and Jonas uses that as an opening. Zyru down as well. Get high, spots out Gary. Gary stabbed from the back, but barricades himself in by 4 glue walls. But the guy is all alone. There's nothing he can do. Gary shot down to the ground. Jack the final hope, but there's nothing he can do up against 4 Birinam monsters. And he launches himself out of the circle. Birinam, a solid...
The launchpad panic just to get away. A few of those from League Ops, but Birinam United, I mean, time they jump in Kalahari.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, they've got just one booyah, like you said, but 90 placement points, and that's the most in comparison by Forest.
Yeah, let's see if they can carry it on a back-to-back as the team's already dropping in. I'm just wondering who will be taking that refinery, especially as RRQ is not in here. Pretty much like Heavy might be taking...
Going the way of Vamos, so perhaps that could be a statistic that could help them out against Onyx Olympus here. Kiba moving straight on in. Jun trying to recover, and Kiba does not give him that room at all. Katizi now going to be exposing his back as he drops Jack onto the ground, and that's exactly what we see happening. Kiba now 2 up for the squad.
2 up. Jack is the only one down, and Gary up close and personal taking down Mikasa. Only 1 remains.
From a pinch to a slap. It hurts, but you won't bleed just yet. So, for the time being, if you're still chilling around the outside like Birinam, you may be able to take advantage of this. You may have been slapped too many times in the past where you're absolutely immune to it. And look at them running out into the blue.
Yeah, they're just waiting. And well, there's a reason why, because out in the open, everything across them is quite open. And you know how Kalahari is. You don't want to be out in the open because high grounds overall, you will be sitting ducks or target for the snipers. Especially Do is the one in front of everyone else for AG Global. But for PE Sports above them or below them is AG Global. So they were targeted by PE Sports earlier. Smart move so that they will not be spotted.
Oh, AG, they're coming in here for a fight. Stop dead in his tracks. There was a player behind him, though. I'm not too sure exactly who that was. But up on top, Caramel gets tagged up from the back, but does manage to hop on off. And the Riptide rhythm does not hurt PE Sports at all. But Cyrus will be able to find Koja, who was trying to shoot down PE Sports. So overall, PE Sports just hanging on for their dear lives here up on top.
Yeah, I mean, they're just buying time and getting information. It's a good thing they were not surprised that much by AG Global. Tackle around next on their target list. And I guess they're just hunting for those outside of the blue. Even Evo's Divine is on their crosshairs, or rather, it's Star Knights right now, who has Evo's Divine on their crosshairs. And below them is Team Heavy. Again, the same tactics that we've seen earlier against PE Sports and AG Global. Staying below keeps you in a safe spot.
Yeah, now attack all around, being attacked by both PE Sports as well as AG Global. This one might just be a little bit tough to fight away. And like you said, PE Sports in a risky position as well because their heads are just sticking out and they are going in for the finisher. Tix has been spotted out. LBT single-handedly moving along, leading the rest of his team members as well. They want to play the containers to their advantage. And Twisted Minds joining this party as well.
Yeah, Twisted Mind out in the open, spots one of the players of PE Sports. Nero right now throws a grenade, splits Blitz, hits Nameless, and damages him. But Diamond, a little too aggressive, goes in for the rush, takes down one, another one waiting for them. And Don't Cry will be in the floor, and the rest of Twisted Mind showing how aggressive they are. This is Twisted Mind that we love to see. Diamond in the fray, and Nero goes down again.
Oh, goodness me. Twisted Minds just absolutely too aggressive for PE Sports. Nothing that they can do. Mechanically, they have been outfought here. LBT does manage to trade one right back, but that's not even an elimination. It's just a knock onto the ground, and Diamond's right back up on his feet. Bought himself a little bit of time, but not enough time to run away. Don't Cry snuffed out as well. One final survivor, I believe, from... not even one. PE Sports out in 10th. Sorry, 11th.
Here comes another team, Birinam United going against Heavy, but it seems like Birinam United is struggling a little bit. Get Nice as well as one more will try to go in for a rush. 3 players from Birinam United going in, putting pressure on this team and heavy right now. There goes that blue wall. Get nice, tries to get away, but will not be able to do so. Oh, he does. Hides out on the monster truck.
He jumps into the monster truck, jumps out of the monster truck, now behind the monster truck, and he's gone. That's a smart play.
A smart play. Let's
And
see.
he's back.
I'd like to see a 1v1 battle against Get High and Get Nice. Who will be winning? The nice one or the high one?
Get Nice is confusing them at this point of time, man. Out, in, around, behind, in front, and now he's still surviving single-handedly, juking the players on the side of Birinam, and he's still alive. My goodness, who in the world shot him from a side? Eliminated Bigatron Delta out in 7th.
Let's see. We might see it in the highlight earlier. WAG right now going against the Star
What is happening?
Knights, and WAG will be falling down.
Oh my.
And we are now left with 4 teams. Raf needs to be revived, but they are outside of the next circle, which is a smart play. They have a good vantage point against the rest of the teams. Don't jump just yet. Shoot them down first.
I mean, this is just way too much of chaos for my mind to keep up with. But here comes Birinam just to slow the pace down a little bit. And you're absolutely right. Don't jump into the fray just yet. Shoot them down from that high ground advantage. The circle's not moving just yet. And Twisted Minds trying to maneuver around. Stop just staying as silent as possible. Star Knights spotting out the players from the side of Twisted Minds, flying straight towards them. Takes a shot. Fires way too far away from all of this action. And now he's going to be tickled by the blue as well. Star Knights, I like the idea of splitting apart, but the positions they hold on to, very risky. And now they got to pay that high price for it.
Yeah, and they are paying indeed. Fires tries to get in with that hook gun, but slowly but surely leaving Twisted Minds onto the other side. But in the crosshairs of Birinam United, who have a good spot above them, and AG Global is just stopping his heels, using that cave as his cover, plus a glue wall. He might be getting that second place unless he will be spotted later on.
Star Knight still alive. This is a great play from them. Is it going to be good enough for them to jump into the top 12? Not yet. But is this what's needed from the squad to have some sort of miraculous run in the final week? Absolutely yes. Now, the next task is just to stay silent, let AG Global and Birinam fight it out against each other. But the problem here is right behind them stands Twisted Minds, and they know that they do hear a couple of footsteps right beside them in this container. Twisted Minds is waiting for that opportune moment, but the circle now leaving Twisted Minds themselves high and dry. Look at the amount of damage out of this blue, man. Saming's gonna get knocked down onto the ground. Ooh. There's a beautiful shot out of Rest. Blue wall melt is courtesy of Birinam from up top. They want to take advantage of this moving circle. Saming trying to crawl in for Exposi to pick him up, but he does not have enough time. Doesn't get to the mark. Exposi now running out of time as the blue tickles him as well. Star Knight's not focusing on him. They go in for stop, and they find his back, taking out AG Global.
And that's what I'm talking about. I mean, you don't hide out in one area that can be used as a hiding spot, but Birinam United will be aggressing against Raz. Exposi tries to get in onto the fray, managed to get away, and hide out in that cave once again. 1v3 situation. Now, there's no going in. Moshi right now goes in for the jump, but Moshi still goes down. But Exposi will be eliminated. Birinam United, as you asked for it, back-to-back booyah.
Back-to-back booyah.
Or what would be the future of this team?
Vamos, like you said, needs 164 points in order to break through the Vamos can do, just to bring the conversation over to the other side once again in a positive light. Just like what Bigatron Delta did. I mean, Bigatron Delta is not the best team in the competition, but they built a name for themselves just playing against Falcons time and time again.
And doing that, Vamos is doing that like most of the time going against Onyx Olympus, but most of the time as well losing this gunfight. But Mikasa right now, as well as the rest of Vamos, is putting in so much. Onyx Olympus 2 down already. Recovery might be done, and Jack will be eliminated. So Vamos is in a good start, but it's not the first time that we've seen Team Vamos.
Car that races and uses the nitrous at the start of the race.
To the top 12, put in a lot of highlights for themselves. Make sure that the team can still be surviving at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what I'm talking about, right, Jun? Manages to knock Nadie down onto the ground, and that's going to be a solid elimination for them. Riptide Rhythm breaks down Mikata and his defenses, leaves him wide open on the battlefield. LBT backstabs Kiba down, and Onyx Olympus out super early. And remember what we were talking about. We highlighted the right thing here for Vamos to take on teams like Onyx Olympus early, just to snuff them out, giving other teams a little bit of extra opportunity. And PE Sports, the team that desperately needs those points, needs Onyx Olympus out of the way, was the final one to put the bullet in the coffin. But AG Global right beside them, them to take advantage of PE Sports here. They need a desperate revive as Ban goes down. Don't Cry is back. So PE has that insurance.
They have that insurance. Hopefully they can carry that over and still manage to survive.
wow.
AG Global, though, falling down. A nade coming from Nero takes down Caramel, but a pickup will...
Fought to fall here. They need to find a way to exit this battle and a better defensive spot. But the problem here is it's all out pandemonium in this next circle. Too many teams alive. Too little space to play around with. On Nextera, you know, you've got a little bit of extra compounds to kind of hide away at. But the problem here is it just gives so many teams the capability to survive up to this point. And when there's too many players in that circle, you just absolutely get caught off guard because you don't know exactly where you need to be pointing and shooting. Attack all around up against AG Global, but this is going to be a standoff for quite a little while.
Yeah, it will be a while, though. As they head into next phase, Birinam United is already in there, and Team Vamos just waiting for everyone else to come in, but they are not putting in so much of pressure, no so much of presence in putting down those running out in the open.
Attack all around, playing a little bit of now you see me, now you don't with this. 3 players snuffed out just like that. A little bit insane, but let's see if or not they will be able to make a little bit of a comeback later on. Attack all around is one of the better teams in play today. 46 points out of the previous 4 games. I guess Nextera is just not a spot where they do excel. Birinam is keeping the very edge of the circle. And they're outside of this next zone. They have to make their way in, but they do see Vamos standing right there in front of him. And Cyrus knows he can't do much with the farmers from a distance like this. Just trigger discipline. Not going crazy just yet.
And no crazy movement coming from Cyrus. He's just depending on X-Bore probably on a long distance, but he has a good view of Star Knight. Portal Go, a little bit of expensive investment coming from the team, but let's see if that will work. Sypha brings down Don't Cry, and PE Sports will be eliminated. Hopefully they've grabbed a lot more points to put them afloat in the race for top 12. AG Global is looking good this time around, as a Team Vamos is still alive, and kicking below them is Birinam United. Despite of receiving a lot of damage, they are still surviving.
WAG now with the high ground, trying to make some beauty out of this play. Circle's going to force them in shortly, but they've already got the launch pad ready. I don't know where they're going to be shooting themselves towards, but for the time being, they're taking great advantage with this position. Maybe up to the roof, and that should put them in prime spot to walk away with the Booyah this time round.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, most of the time, they were taking map number 6 to grab that Booyah. Special for the Vietnamese team, that has been a pattern. And with the Portal Go, not a launch pad overall, they have a good spot right now to spot AG Global as well as Star Knights, but not so much of pressure. Star Knights being taken down by Birinam United. That will be the 3rd, make that 4th elimination. And let's see who's next on the list for BRU.
Yeah, Birinam just showing up at the very last second here. 4 eliminations in hand already. Trying to look to make that 5, but AG Global sneaking away that 1 point. Vamos still alive and kicking. That is a huge shocker for all of us here. And WAG just clean away from all of this chaos. Great positioning that they played earlier on from the bridge. Now to the opposite side. Going to be challenged by AG Global, who spot them absolutely comfortable on the opposite side of the battlefield. WAG doing good to walk away from them on that right-hand side flank. And they switch sides with all of the rest of the teams. Great movements from WAG.
WAG right now just taking the high ground. AG Global, this is a ring around the rosy for all this team. Everyone chasing each other. AG Global, Birinam United, WAG. When will you get in the middle? No stopping them at all as Cyrus goes down. AG Global might be on top of WAG right now, but Birinam United will be that distraction. It's a 2v3v3 situation, and X-Bore not really hiding out. Birinam United targeting him.
Yeah, great play coming through from WAG. Now it's a 3v3. WAG up against Birinam. X-Bore down on the ground. Mochi trying to make the best out of this as they spot out Alan with a Wukong. Turns into a bush for just a sliver of a second, but Birinam hits the Booyah yet again. A back-to-back-to-back.
Back-to-back-to-back, and then final moment when Camry...
See who gets it this time.
Yeah, the future is here. Nextera will bring this is the fifth, or this is the sixth map, and earlier in the fifth, a lot of early engagement has happened, but even in the final moment, still a lot of teams survive. So this might be a very, very crucial moment for some of the teams. Onyx Olympus still dropped with Team Vamos, and this is where they lost 0-0.
Onyx Olympus versus Vamos once again. And like you said, rematch from the previous game. Earlier, it was Vamos that managed to cap the players on the side of Onyx Olympus, and it looks like it's going to be like that once again. Legolas finding the very first knock. Gary out of the equation. I don't think any of the players have got enough on them to bring him back just yet. Gardu under heavy attack as well as the players on the side of Vamos gang up on him. Evos Divine watching from afar. They hear all of the sounds and they might just drop by to say hello.
And Gardu a little bit too fresh in this game. Recovery overall, but Kiva will be taken down by June on that Trogon. Sairu, no way out. Just waiting for June to step in, and Gardu is just going in circles, nowhere to go. Sairu will be taken down. Onyx Olympus looking like another 0 game, and that is just because of Vamos. But for WAG and Twisted Mind, this is WAG where WAG shine brightly in terms of that fight, but Twisted Mind will try to stop it.
Let's see if Onyx Olympus actually ends this with a little bit of a low in terms of this day in itself. Of course, I'm asking for a lot. And Vamos once again leading Nextera with the most number of eliminations. This is very impressive, very consistent.
Well, this is where they play. Cyrus right now recovering. Mag 7 in hand. Tries to go in 1v2 situation, but Kavi managed to survive. Alan will try to go in for the push, and Alan goes in. Oh no, it was Nims from Bigatron Delta who was able to go in for the takedown, leaving Cyrus behind. Alan
do exactly that, as he is the survivor as well as assistant for the rest of the team members to get that revive. Attack all around, on the other hand, attacking Star Knights all around. Raph will be knocked down onto the ground. Fights. Let's go. The Riptide Ridding annihilated, snuffed out. But Heavy just on screen. Nameless! That was just illegal with the farmers.
Only one remains for Onyx Olympus. Another 0 round for Onyx Olympus, but Twisted Mind and Birinam United will be meeting.
But AG Global trying to wake them out off of this. But Jump God sees Caramel flying on intro, gone straight to the chest, puts him down onto the ground. Jump God fighting stop. AG Global just flew into their death. But what a knock with the monster truck. Jump God does manage to put a quick end to Caramel instead of him getting picked up. But attack all around. They lose Cougar as well. Somebody needs to go in here for
drop in, very safe, but there's no question that they want to survive. Birinam United though, another slow-paced game, and they're just aiming. But Gardu unspotted. I think this is it. Onyx Olympus. I don't know. I think Birinam United just playing with them, not really putting in so much attention on Gardu, and there you go. Finally get high, bring him down.
I mean, Gardu thought, oh my goodness, is the Lady Luck finally smiling at me? Birinam said nope, took his life away, unfortunate for him. But let's see exactly what else Birinam has got in store for us here. Moshi, great maneuvering in, just beside the player of AG Global. Birinam at the very edge of this next circle. Positioning-wise, this was beautiful. He was divine now, stuck, and they have to rotate out. They drop that Riptide Rhythm, breaking down the defenses of Birinam, and they want to take down the top dogs themselves.
Now let's see Birinam United. I mean, that is a great positioning for Birinam United, even if they are being receiving damage. But as you can see, they are being pushed by Evo's Divine for elimination, making it 5. And Wasana is on their side. Birinam United, only a few remains. And will they survive? Get High and Jonah just putting in a lot of survivability in them, but AG Global first one beats them into going back to lobby. Let's see, out of 7 teams, who will grab this booyah?
I mean, Heavy's still in here, but as I say that, Heavy makes their exit. Abax finds him. Vitan, unfortunate. But of course, that should be pretty much good enough for Heavy in terms of one day's play. Evos Divine now looking to be that number 2 team overall in the grand scheme of things. AG Global can no longer catch up with them. WAG might just be able to, but they are outnumbered. So Evos Divine This could just be that run that they're looking for. Now backstabbing the players on the side of attack all around, finding Birinam halfway through. Jonah slain out there on the battlefield by Abax. Abax now hopping on in, trying to meet another player from the side of Birinam, and that doesn't even need to see all the way through as Twisted Minds finds the final player from across the battlefield.
Yeah, no one has spotted the tackle around from above apart from WAG, and WAG still struggling on putting them down, and they're battling against PE Sport as well. Here comes Twisted. AG is out, only 3 remains, and Twisted Mind tackle around. Evo's Divine 4v4v3.
Yeah, Twisted Minds allowed to get the dirty done. Evo's Divine just staying out of this battle, just providing the grenade assistance to both of these teams from outside. And that puts Evo's Divine in prime position to rip away the Booyah here. The second one for the day. They started off and they want to end it here in the most beautiful of manner. Nameless with a sliver of health has got that Cassie Bond on him, gives him that extra HP as he tries to run away. Abax now steps in front of Nameless. Nameless turns around, takes a shot up against him. Aim got backing him up. Nameless goes down, slamming down on the ground. Good day from afar. He was Divine with the final Booyah of the day.
I would say that Booyah, we owe that to Gide. It's like pulling away slowly for Heavy, making Onyx Olympus hard to catch.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I think Onyx has been doing